Hello, welcome back to my channel. I got this little mixing card deck of colours. It's called the Artist's Colour Mixing Card Deck for Watercolour. 500 colour mixes to select and paint. I think it's by a lady called Julie Collins. So we just open it up, get all the cards out. Comes with a little book, colours used, a little bit about colours, primary, secondary, tertiary, and the colour wheel. Sort of basic. Now, I was kind of excited about this, but well, I'll just go through it. So you've got your your cards with the colours and the mixtures, yellows and oranges, raw sienna 40% with Windsor red 60%. So you get the idea of what the mixes do. That's on the front. Windsor lemon, New Gamboge 80%, Windsor lemon 20%. What the colour might look like, which is nice. And then on the back you get similar Windsor lemon and raw sienna. So kind of nice. And it goes through New Gamboge, raw sienna, looking through, and then you're into the reds and pinks, Windsor red, and Windsor violet, dioxazine, so you get that idea, and the same on the back. So basically that's what you get. You run through reds into the blues, all doing the same. And somehow Windsor Violet and French Ultra, what that will do, you get into French Ultra with some of the greens, so that's quite useful. And again, sort of value-wise, they're pretty. No, she's got different values running through, but somehow I was disappointed. I don't know if it's just me. But they all sort of, I don't know what I was looking for, maybe something a bit more. But it was all looking sort of samey. Anyway, blacks and greys, Windsor blue. But, you know, with burnt sienna, so that's going to go grey. So you've got all the different colours. And then you've got using a limited palette. Windsor blue, red shade, adding red shade, and then Windsor blue, red shade 60%, Indian red 40%. So that's the two. Windsor blue, Indian red. French ultramarine and Indian red, sort of similar. Windsor lemon and Indian red. She likes the old Indian red, doesn't she? Windsor blue, New Gamboge, back into the greens again. Anyway, you may find it useful. That would be quite good. Dull colours. Dull colours. Oh, where is it? Bright and dull. There you go. That's quite a good one. You've got a French ultramarine on the left and add some cadmium and cadmium orange, and it dulls it down. So that's quite useful. Anyway, that was that. At my first glance was I was a little bit disappointed, and I don't know why. I don't know what I was expecting, but my second look through with you, and actually it is quite good. You know, if you want a particular colour, I'm sure you could find it in here. I mean, it's a huge selection. So there we are, just a little run through the Artist's Colour Mixing Card Deck for Watercolour. Enjoy, that's all I can say. It didn't cost a terrible amount, so give it a go. And maybe you'll find it useful in your watercolour journey. So thank you very much, and see you next time. Happy painting.